What's up, kids? Okay, so this is a question that came up in private messages today. Won't mention any names, but this question comes up quite a bit in other things that we do. Anytime I get to speak about e-courses or masterminds, one-on-one or group coaching, sharing your expertise. If you're a done-for-you person and you've done a lot of work and you know your market, we often want to create an e-course, right? Big deal out there, evergreen money. Who wouldn't want that? Money tree planting in your backyard. People just hit your landing page all day long and buy. And you're out there hanging out on the beach for the rest of your life. And you have this autopilot money machine rocking, right? It's not quite like that. So here's when to know if it's right for you to go ahead and create that first e-course. Let me just pull up the live feed here on my phone so I can say hey to folks as y'all jump in. Bottom line is, you need to have. What's up, Sam? It's good to see you, man. Sam's watching right now. Sam's one of our directors here at Elite Agency. What a cool guy. What a great guy to hang out with. If you have a few minutes, ask about e-courses. He knows all about that too. Bottom line is, you gotta have a market figured out. That's what it comes down to. No matter what you're selling, if it's done for you, one-on-one coaching, a mastermind, or in this case, the question of e-courses come up, you gotta have a mastermind or a market figured out. It doesn't matter what you're selling. That is the first thing. And yeah, we all know that. Sure, I got to know who I'm helping and what kind of problem I'm solving for them, or what kind of transformation I'm taking them through, right? Yeah, we've all heard that. But as hard as that seems, or as simple as that seems to you, that is the foundational piece. Unfortunately, my story for e-courses didn't start out so well. I started out building 5 different e-courses. I took 5 years. I had my done-for-you agency running. We were doing marketing for high-end surgery groups, cash pay surgeries. Still have that group. I love that company. But I thought, I can figure this out. I'm super efficient in my work. So like you probably experienced, somebody asks you about your expertise. People were always asking me like, how are you traveling? How are you spending so much time on the paddleboard every day? How are you just like playing when you're not old enough to retire? And it was because I built a lot of systems and people into my agency. So I had free time. People kept asking that. So I thought I should make an e-course about this, right? Everybody's buying me lunch and taking me to coffee to ask me questions. What if I built an e-course? So I did, and I tried to sell it. I built 5 different versions of that genre of e-course over a 5-year period of time, 1 per year. And every year we built a new one, marketed it, built the landing pages, ads, all of that. Spent over $100,000 total during that 5-year period of time just on ads. And we sold 1 course in 5 years. Ouch. One $2,000 1997 course. And the dude who bought it didn't even log in, never even opened up the material. I have no idea why the person bought it. It's probably Jill, my wife, just feeling bad for me. Anyway, one person bought it and it just didn't work. And then I started going to conferences. I joined masterminds. I hired coaches. I was like, why is my e-course thing not working? Ultimately, the people in masterminds I was part of, not the coaches were great too, but it was the other members in masterminds were like, oh my gosh, Chris, we have e-courses that work because we started with a high ticket group coaching program. Now, here's the magic of that. This is not about high ticket group coaching. The magic of that is that a high ticket group coaching offer allows you to interact very organically with a market, and it allows you to really get to know what's going on with their real problem set. So getting in real live conversations, virtually or in person, and having real conversations about what's going on in your business, what's working, what's not working, and really listening allows you to really know what you should be selling, what problem you should be solving. Because when we build an e-course, we often do that in a vacuum. Even if you think, well, I've talked to 30 people and interviewed them about what in the world we could help them with. And then you go and you take the problem set that you've been presented with and you build solutions for it. And for the next 2 months, you build this e-course, right? And then you build a landing page. And then you start running some traffic to it or marketing it in some Facebook groups or whatever you want to do. That's been built in a vacuum. Yeah, you might have talked to 30 people, but you didn't try selling your solution to the same 30 people to see if there's actual conversions because you didn't have anything to sell yet, right? You need to have something to sell to confirm that not only is it the right market with the right problem, but that they're actually willing to spend money. Someone might say, "Oh my gosh, that would help me so much, but let me know when you get it done." Cool, you let them know, they might not buy it. But what really gets it done and confirms that it's the right thing is when they get their credit card out and they say, "Yes, I actually want that and I'll pay for it." If you're doing a high ticket one-on-one coaching or group coaching scenario, or even a low ticket, there's no reason you should be giving away your expertise and your time for a little bit of money. Charge what it's worth. But even if you're doing low ticket, getting out there, having real conversations, not just doing the research, but offering, "Hey, I know how to fix that problem you just mentioned right now. Let's dive in and take care of that. You want to start tomorrow. You want to start next week. Get the payment and start." That confirms that you actually have something sellable before you go and build a product in a dark room where no one's there to confirm that you're on the right track. Because not just the solution you offer, your material may be amazing, but it comes down to the messaging and the landing page and the ad sequence and organic or paid, whatever you use. It comes down to all of that working together. And that working together is really what makes it sell. That's it. So before you launch an e-course, when should you build your e-course, first or 10th? When you have absolute confirmation that the market is willing to buy the solution to their problem from you. Okay? When you have absolute certainty, meaning credit cards have already been transacted, when you have absolute certainty, paid certainty that the market, your niche, will buy the solution to their problem from you. When you have that, you can build an e-course. But when you have that, you will have already been selling a one-on-one or group coaching program that sells the same thing. And then you can record the group coaching program or one-on-one sessions, record the presentation piece of that, record the steps of that, cut out any pieces that had your clients' faces or voices in there, and you can make your own initial e-course with 100% certainty that what you're making actually works and will sell. That's what's important. Your transformation that you're offering real people is so important. You're going to give them so much value. But if they don't understand that they can lean in and take that value from you and implement in their own life, they're just simply not going to do it. They're not going to buy it. They're not going to spend the money. It is so important to get that in the right order. So when I was in a mastermind with other mastermind members, when I was a student in that mastermind that really changed my mind about this, all these guys and girls who had successful courses just let me know, "Hey, you sell a high ticket group coaching program first or a mastermind." That's why we talk so much about masterminds. That's why we have so much free information here in this Facebook group about masterminds. That's why we've built so many resources for you about masterminds, is because that is the ticket to getting paid quickly, getting paid efficiently, and confirming that your market is working and profitable. It happens really rapidly when you do it the right way versus all the trial and error that we've all gone through, right? So get it in order and use a high ticket sellable offer. We can show you, lean in. We got stuff for that. We can show you how to do that. Lean in, build an offer that's sellable, that's very connected and live with your audience early on. That process is pivotal for making the e-course thing ultimately become a reality in your business model. You got to start there and you got to get paid. Why not get paid early and often when you're learning and growing that process? Don't sit around eating ramen noodles for 6 months when you're building something, wondering if it's going to work. Get paid, live a life, actually get enough money in the bank where you can offer a real transformation and a real experience to the people you're selling to. And then your e-course will just naturally start coming out of that. It's a super cool thing to watch. Hope that helps. Great question. Glad to answer it. And that is the truth. Unfortunately, it's not the easiest, simple truth of go copy someone else's funnel and build an e-course or some information product and hope for the best. But it is the truth about making sure that your market is relevant and that you are relevant and that your solution to their problem is relevant, and confirming it with real money in your bank while you're doing the work. That's it for me today. Y'all have a fantastic day. You know what you're doing. You're an expert. Get out there and just learn to market it and sell it the right way. That process is what makes it happen. So again, message, lean in, whatever you need. We have tons of free resources here in the group on our YouTube channel and other stuff. We can send you in the right direction. Just do it the right way. Save yourself the time, save yourself the headache, and get traction now and get paid now. That way you don't have to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Have a great day. Be awesome. Keep sharing your expertise, paying it forward, changing the world with what you know how to do. Think of the people. Oh my gosh. Think of all the people. If they hear your voice and hear what you've got and hear your expertise, you're going to change their lives. Get out there and offer what you got and change people's lives. Have a great one. Talk soon.